Well, Frozen is about several things. It's about sisterhood, and it's about owning your own identity and who you are and celebrating what makes you extraordinary. And it's a search for what true love really is. It's about family. It's specifically about two young girls, Anna and Elsa, who my character is Elsa, and she's from a young age she has these powers. When she gets emotional, she can turn things into ice and snow, and by accident almost hurts her sister when they're really young, and so she's sequestered by her parents in the castle and sort of lives a life of solitude in order to not hurt anyone. And as circumstances arise, she finally is forced to flee the castle and ends up allowing this power to come out, and finds a way to sort of love who she is. And then her sister Anna finds sort of her path to forgiveness and helping her sister. And it's really it's traditional a movie as it is for Disney. It's also very modern and contemporary, and I think it really explores some themes in an unconventional way, and I'm very proud to be in a movie like that.
That's great. That's a great answer. So you're talking about your character. Describe your character. What is it that makes Elsa unique, and how is she like you, if she is in any way?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think Elsa's unique in the legacy of Disney women. I think she's different. She's more complicated than a lot of the stereotypical villains. She's not a villain. She's very conflicted, and she's very sensitive and vulnerable and courageous. She just has this power that she just has to learn to harness. And I, unfortunately or fortunately, find a lot of similarities in my own life to Elsa, and I sort of look at it as a gift that I could be inside of this young woman for a while, because she reminds me that I need to take stock of who I am, and even if you get more successful or if things seem like things are really great on the outside, still I care too much about what people think of me, and I sometimes stifle who I am, and I can be out on stage and let the nerves set in and not be my total true self, my best, and the times when I do and I let it rip and I'm completely authentic and let my power soar, there's so many doors open, and so much love comes into your life.
And Elsa really does that. So how does the music complement the story in Frozen? Because obviously the music's a huge part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, the music is just so well written. Bobby and Kristen are such talented songwriters and musicians, and they know how to write a great song and a memorable melody, but they also know how to further character. And for me, I can speak from my experience. The song they wrote for Elsa, it has this range and this place that it hits in my voice and different textures, and so that I can you're getting her on so many levels. You're not just seeing her, blonde and what her facial expression is doing, but you're feeling her through her heart and her soul.
Right. And there's something about Let It Go that is really special. Do you think that it's a song that a lot of people will relate to?
I think so.
I think so, too.
Yeah. I think it's quite anthemic. And not just for young women, although I think it's really important for young girls. But it's for everybody. I mean, we all have to we all have to remind ourselves not to compromise who we are for others, and life's too short, you know. And for the younger people, you know, I spent a lot of time trying to hide the fact that I had this big voice because I didn't want people not to like me or to think I was showing off. And it wasn't until later in my life that I finally realized, oh, when you really allow yourself to be seen in this way, you know, you're offering so much more to the world than spending all those years trying to suppress it.
Right. Wow, that's a great answer. You know, this is a double slot, right? Okay. Just make sure. Fear versus love is a key theme in the film. Do you think that your character relates more to fear or love or both?
I think both, yeah. I think she's of course dictated by fear because she doesn't want to hurt anybody with this power that she has, and it terrifies her. And but I mean, that's love as well, you know. And the more we love, I mean, I think they're just intertwined 100%.
They're calling this film an epic comedy adventure. First of all, what makes it funny? Why is it a comedy?
Well, it's funny, yeah. I mean, there's funny characters. My character's a little bit more on the serious side of things, but it's hysterical. I mean, Olaf is just, I mean, he's actually very sad, though, if you think about it. This poor little guy we don't know what his, well, I can't give away the answer. But
but Olaf represents something sort of special to Elsa, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah. He represents her childhood. He represents that part of her, that moment in time when she and her sister were pure and close, and he's nostalgia for her. And he also, the fact that she created something good and funny and silly and sweet, I think is such a pertinent moment in the film when she's reminded that she's capable of doing that.
And then what makes the film an epic adventure?
Because this film's an epic adventure because, you know, Anna has to go through ice and snow to help her sister and the land that she's from, and it's like action-packed, and it just is. I don't know.
Did you have a favorite moment in the film?
I have many favorite moments. Yeah, I mean, I love singing "Let It Go." I think it's such a transformative moment for the character, and I enjoyed the process of learning it and recording it and what it represents to the film. And I also love the song about summer that Olaf sings. I love discovering Kristen's amazing singing voice that she's pretty modest about. What else? The scene where the door splits the two sisters in the beginning. There's a lot of sadness in the film.
There were kids crying in the
There were?
Yeah, in the screening the other night, and but then the mother told them it was going to be okay because the sister's love is going to thaw her out. And it was really great, and then people started clapping. Frozen is directed by Chris Buck and Jennifer Lee. What was it like working with them?
Oh, it was great. They're a great team. You know, Chris has been around in this industry for a long time and really is the constant and understands how all the technicalities work. And then Jennifer comes in with having written the script and really speaking to the soul of these characters, and they bounce off each other really well. And John Lasseter would come in every once in a while. He was there for the recording of Let It Go, and that was a lot of fun. It's one of the most collaborative processes I've ever been a part of, and I love it so much. You know, the way you feed off of each other constantly. You come in a year ago and put your voice to a couple of drawings, and then a couple months later it's more animated, and you see that they were inspired by something that you did, and then you see, oh wait, her hands she wears gloves all the time to hold in her powers. Okay, so that affects the way I physically stand and move, and that informs my performance. And then the songs come in, the music. Oh, my character, she's you know, there's that emotion in her and sweetness. And anyway, it's just I love it. And I'm fascinated with the whole animation process. So I beg them to let me come back behind the scenes and hang out